Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Let's do another fun run in Cinderia. Today, I think what I'm going to do, using the starting item Ghost Veil, is try to do a mixed ranged and melee build on Rivet. Now, I'm doing something a bit different with the difficulty modifiers. I had a great suggestion by Psyche Saberspin on my last video, saying if you have something really specific you're looking for, maybe you don't take the difficulty modifier that reduces your choices and you get those points somewhere else. So I've got the points back by adding more boss health and more expensive shops. But now I will at least get to see 3 passives anytime we take an Ember room. So I should be able to control the build a little bit more. And with that control, get a better build and be able to deal with the higher boss health. So, what am I looking for? I want specifically to find the melee and ranged boosts that boost each other, so that you get boosts from melee when you do ranged attacks and boost on ranged attacks when you do melee. There are several of them that it's hard to fit into other builds when you are focusing like primarily on the melee combo or primarily on like special ammunition or something like that. It just doesn't make sense to take some of these because you just do more damage just holding down the shoot button or something like that. But if I'm going in specifically planning on doing a mixed build, then maybe those can be interesting. I think some of them are pretty powerful, and it's a shame that I don't take them more often, so I want to test that out this time. The most specific one I think I want to get is Finishing Shot, which gives you Buckshot Blast when you do melee attacks. Buckshot Blast is one of the special ammunition rounds that it's very powerful. It just doesn't fit in with a lot of builds because you need to be like point blank range. It has terrible range. Even though I'm taking all of these passives that are for Chain Lightning. Okay, this could be useless. I'm rolling the dice on a random event. Okay, this is fine. This is a free trinket. And the timer is paused in this room, which is pretty nice. One of the things about taking increased boss health is that the timer becomes more of an issue. I mean, sometimes I do cut it pretty close, even with just plus 20% boss health. So now I'm at plus 40%, 140% of the standard amount of health. And so I am in a little bit of a hurry and probably can not do as much investing in different value generators early on because I need to get ahead of the timer in Acts 1 and 2. Usually by Acts 3 and 4, your build can be mostly online and the timer becomes less of an issue and you can bank up a lot of time. And so the real danger is only here in the early game when you haven't banked up a bunch of the extra that you have for each act. Okay, gift box is interesting. Unfortunately, that is the opposite of what I was just talking about. It is like investing in your charm shards and hoping you get something good, or at least you're getting more charm shards back than the cost of upgrading the present. So yeah, what would I love to see? I would love to see the passive die exclamation point that applies mark stacks on melee attacks. Mark stacks give me guaranteed crits for the ranged attacks. So if I'm doing melee, I can apply a bunch of mark stacks. And then I can start using ranged attacks and getting all of those guaranteed critical hits. The Soulmoth Lantern, this is an interesting one, especially getting it this early. This gives me permanent increases by the number of enemies that I kill on critical damage, which is just on its surface obviously very powerful. Getting it this early means I'm going to get a lot of curses. I mean, we're probably talking 10 to 15 minimum, which might be a little bit difficult to deal with. But now... Ooh. No, I don't want Buckshot Blast on a cooldown. Now I will be looking out for my favorite trinket, the Glass Slipper, which has excellent synergy with Soulmoth Lantern, in that it gives me more attack power based on how many curses I have. There's also, the Delamore's Armor, which gives you armor based on how many curses you have. And those are most of the curse-based trinkets. There's obviously the legendary trinket, Primordial Flame, which is extremely rare and one of the most powerful trinkets in the game. But it also gives you more taint for every room you clear. Let's see, Precision Reload. This clears out rooms very well with grenades. Or just like an instant damage on the canister. I actually think the blast canister might be fun, even though it wouldn't be my normal pick. All right. Turrets. Probably not this time. Okay, upgrade a random ability. I think all of my abilities, they're all chain lightning based and they're great, so any of them that I get is fantastic. The base damage is increased. That's good. All right, 3 minutes 31 on the timer, but the boss does have a little bit of extra health. And this boss is a legendary level time waster. I know I was aiming for a mixed build. Really, all my damage is based on the chain lightning on my melee attacks right now. So really, I think melee is just better to focus on at this point. I believe this is the final phase, although he's only at half HP, which is a little bit higher than you would hope. Okay, 2 minutes on the timer. Okay, the more health is definitely more of a grind. I can feel it, but not too big of an issue. Ended with 1 minute 41 still on the timer, so probably okay. Let's see. If we are doing the mixed build, I think hand crank drill is... it's okay. It's not the best. Broken astrolabe. We're going to go with other stuff. Broken astrolabe might be interesting. This gives you permanent upgrades to your passive abilities based on how many rooms you clear. But I don't have enough charm shards to upgrade it right now. If I did, it would be the correct choice. but because I only have 100 charm shards, I'm going to invest in other things. Like the Soulmoth Lantern. Now, the scaling on Soulmoth Lantern is based on the counter that's over the icon on the left. And so it is, it does retroactively give you the bonuses when you upgrade it to legendary. So maybe it is worth upgrading the gift box. The gift box I can upgrade at any time. This will make me faster. I'll get bigger bonuses. So I have 89 stacks. That's 89% critical damage, which is massive. I'm just going to focus on melee for now because all my damage is from the chain lightning. Not all of my damage, but the lion's share of the damage comes from the chain lightning. Let's see, what am I looking for? Traps, missiles, or just upgrade to the bomb. Trinkets, passives. Yeah, trinkets. Any strength or agility based trinket would be good to see. If in the next act, in Act 2, if I don't find Buckshot Blast or one of the good additions that improve range for melee or melee for ranged, I will just switch and do a melee focus build. I think what I have going right now with a lot of bonuses to Chain Lightning can be very powerful. And then all I need is a ton of attack speed to do more Chain Lightning. But for now, still looking for I'm hoping for Buckshot Blast, the finishing shot. Passive, money, or cake. I probably do need to take some defensive options like cake, but I'm doing the stupid thing and just going for all power. Alright, let's see. Any enemies hit by Thunderbolt have a chance to do Chain Lightning. How do I do Thunderbolt right now? I don't. I think maybe I just re-roll past this. Range shots can also do Chain Lightning. Or die exclamation point. This is one of them that I was looking for, so let's take it. And another opportunity for cake. That's good. It doesn't matter so much right now, but by Act 4, some of those, just normal rooms, not even the bosses, can get pretty scary. And my least favorite are the ones that are full of, like, the Pyramid Head revenge guys and ghosts that become intangible and laser books. So a little bit of safety will be very welcome for those. Okay. Well, merchant price is plus 15%. That's probably okay, because I've already taken the difficulty modifier that increases the prices even more. I can just, like, not focus on shopping. Flamethrower, absolutely not. Rocket jump, I don't think so either. Higher crit chance seems interesting because my crit damage is increased with the Soulmoth Lantern by a lot. Let's see, money is not interesting, so let's take cards. Cannon turret, forge. I should have taken the missiles. Ooh. You can do self-damage for 15% of your health. How about not? There's really no need to destroy any curses. I'm going to get so many that it just really won't make a difference. Alright. Let's see, malaise is one that I definitely want to avoid. Anxiety sucks, but we can deal with the timer. Let's see, cannonballs don't trap me, or don't chase me. That's probably fine. Shop, not interesting, so we'll take the free trinket. The carved wooden fawn is a skip for me. Oh boy. I can't see anything. Okay, frustrating as always, but we made it in the end. Okay, we can skip both of these. Okay, laziness. I think malaise, I just simply can't take that one. I'm 5 charm shards short. That's a shame. I actually just had an opportunity to break Ghost Veil, but that's okay. I'm not sure what actually causes the bright yellow numbers. As opposed to the kind of normal yellow crit numbers. It's something to do with Chain Lightning, but I'm not sure what the difference is. I need something, more attack speed, something. This is taking a long time. Stingy or fear? Fear is okay. Okay, what am I looking for? Buckshot Blast still. Rain shots can do Chain Lightning. Maybe that's needed. Yeah, it's attack speed that I need. Wow, free legendary. Shrinking Mushroom. I love it. Let's see. I could get more money. Or I could shop. Both don't seem the best. Maybe we see what's in the shop? Okay, I just took damage from something. Cake, Overload. Overload is... That's pretty good. Cost 230. It's a bit of a ripoff. Okay, Gingerbread is a no. Chain Roll would have been good. But everything's so expensive. Maybe I can afford it after these two crystals. Nope. I am 7 gold short. Let's see. The pickaxe is not needed. Outgoing reduces merchant prices by a tad. I can get my equipment slots back. Maybe that's the best one. Yep. Okay, we can upgrade the present and unwrap it. Oh, Devil's Contract. This is another one that is curse-based. Am I curse maxing just for fun? I don't have the glass slipper yet. Sure. $10 short. Maybe I upgrade the contract before I start taking abilities. Let's see, trance doesn't matter. It will reduce the burning, but that's fine. Insight circlet? Sure. Shop or... Mirror is just not worth taking. Even if I'm curse maxing, it just is not that good. Firefly Lantern? All out? Can I afford both? This is 272. Yes, I can. And do I need to heal? Maybe. All right. Insight Circlet gives me free uses. That's good. Wait, can I only use one? Every 9 seconds, enter Enlightenment. While enlightened, you can cast any magic card once without triggering its cooldown. Probably use that on the bomb each time. Look at that range. Okay, good. I mean, this gives me a third dash. That would be like my last slot. Maybe not. Yeah, I can definitely feel the higher boss health. That's tough to deal with, but what is most important? The Firefly Lantern would give me more guaranteed criticals, which is great with the Soulmoth Lantern. Ghost Veil in general just gives a lot of attributes and attack speed. cake. Still looking for Buckshot Blast, still looking for actually any of the passives that increase melee or ranged for using the other. They are out there. Front flip, living bomb, chain roll. Okay, I did take 10 damage because of the contract. And I think maybe I took the contract a bit too late, and I might not be able to get all of the value out of it. Playing it ridiculously safe. I'd rather just not die in a silly place. Let's get ranged up to 58% on Chain Lightning. I really want passives so I can use my Devil's Contract, but well, should have been saving me money, but it's a little too late for the pony. The pony gives you increased damage based on how much gold you are holding. And it is massive, it is huge. So if you get it early enough and you can just save all of your money, it can result in some of the highest bonuses that are possible. Unfortunately, I keep taking silly hits, but it speeds everything up with the shrinking mushroom. All right, cannonballs. I've never actually done the Molted Feather all the way to Legendary. I've never upgraded it, but I don't think now is the time. I'm still holding out hope on the tiny, tiny chance that I find the Glass Slipper as either a reward for this boss or in the final shop. Because with this many curses, it would be crazy. And on the tiny off chance, the 1 in 100 chance that that happens, I want to have a slot open. Yeah, I need them to stand close together, then I can really take advantage of Chain Lightning, but... that works too. I think I got out with no damage and never lost my shield, which is rare for me. Ooh, it's not the Glass Slipper, but Delamore's armor. Gain 5 armor for each curse you have. I mean, that's a lot of armor, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Maybe it's worth it. It keeps wanting to give me malaise. That is the only curse I will not take. Okay, definitely the armor now. And I need to save up. I need to save up 25 charm shards between now and the final shop. Potion, upgrade Chain Lightning. Sure. I wasn't able to use all of my Devil's Contract. Oh, I was. I used all of them. Nice. Funny thing is this build is not that strong. Chain Lightning is good, but this much of it is probably not the best. But literally anything you do, if you have the Soulmoth Lantern charged up this much, is just going to do pretty ridiculous damage. Okay, I need to buy one trinket that works. Now we can get the armor. So 7 armor for each curse you have. Each point of armor increases dash attack damage by 2%. 10% chance to block 1 instance of damage. The dash attack on Rivet is confusing because it's definitely not very smooth, but I believe just if you immediately attack after dashing that it counts. Not that big a deal. Let's see, what do we upgrade? Amplification, arc extension. It's as good as anything else. Increase damage from 7 to 11. Oh, we can reroll just to see if I am really sad. Nope. All right. Yeah, I think just use the circlet to throw multiple bombs, get the burning going, and then just turn on Overdrive and melee attack her down. And use all of the mark stacks that are built up to do the guaranteed crits. It's pretty good. With Overdrive and the Shrinking Mushroom, it's like I have an actual build. It's like I do actual damage. I don't know if there's a limit on how many mark stacks I can put, but it looks like a lot. It sucks that I have to get hit to really turn on my final form, but pretty cool. Ended up having a weird chain lightning build, but it is very nice having 3 options every time you pick up an ember. Well, that's it for today. Have a good one.